Hey, what's going on, nerds around the world? It is got look who's here. It's got the OG team of Caleb, Tufts, and myself, Paul English. Caleb, what's going on, my friend?
Paul, to say I never thought that you and me would be having this impromptu hangout is an understatement. What we're here to talk about is fucking unbelievable. I never thought would ever happen. So yeah, I mean, I'm just ready to dive into this. It might be a little longer than our usual impromptu, but this news is worth it. So
Yes, absolutely. And so yeah, this is not a regular scheduled show. This is a special, and we had to do it because, in light of Star Wars: The Last Jedi coming out tonight, the most stunning news in recent history in recent entertainment has just occurred. It was after weeks of speculation and rumors. It was confirmed today that the Walt Disney Studios has bought the majority of 20th Century Fox for $52.4 billion. Now, just to put that in perspective,
what?
folks, just to put that in perspective, that much money in perspective, folks. There was an article I read, or a statement I said, I saw that with that kind of money, Disney could have bought every team in the NBA and still had $12 billion left over. So that just gives you an idea of just how much that money is.
Oh my
But
god!
I mean, we've been waiting on this news with bated breath. Like, oh my god, is it going to happen? Well, when is it going to happen? Well, it's now happened.
Oh,
So before we
we
get
were
into some of the
waiting on the
details on it,
confirmation, but as soon as we got that picture of Bob Iger and I believe Robert Murdoch,
yeah,
it was confirmed. It was confirmed. It is done. So you know what? And Mike and Chris are seeing Star Wars right now. Me and Polly will be seeing Star Wars tomorrow night with Mike and Eric. So our review will hopefully be coming up soon. But anyway, Paul. So we'll go ahead. That's why they're not here. So
yeah, I was actually going to jump to you. I mean, what was your reaction to this news?
I mean, Paul, when I was at work one day, and I think I was on break or whatever, and I'm scrolling through the news feed. You know how you see stuff on Facebook or you see stuff on Google, and then I see something like Disney in talks to buy Fox, a majority of, huh? What is and I read, I'm like, excuse me, I'm like, is this a thing? Is this legit? And it's funny because we didn't really talk about it on Nerds, but it wasn't a topic that was really brought up because honestly, I don't think any of us really thought it would actually fucking happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think any of us were like, oh yeah, like Disney's is gonna buy Fox, buy the majority, stock or stake in Fox. Um, but I mean, Disney owns the world, Paul. So I mean, I'm speechless. I couldn't believe it. And then when I see it today, it's official. 52.4, I believe, is the final number. Like, what? Huh? Really, Disney? And what's the part that blows my mind, Paul? They're gonna make that number back in like 2 or 3 years.
More, no doubt.
I mean, we're gonna make that back in no time. They're gonna make that back. I mean, it's not even a big deal. Like, that's like chump change to Disney. Like, it's just literally insanity for them. But think about this. They paid, I believe, $6 billion for Lucasfilm. I believe.
I can't remember.
It was something like that. So you think about it, but they're like, it, it it's just beyond words. Like, I literally cannot believe this. And I mean, we're gonna get into what this means for the MCU, what this means for all the Fox movies. But first impressions, Paul, just wow,
Yeah,
holy fuck, man, are you kidding me? But I just literally,
absolutely. Yeah,
what
that
about you, Paul? Yeah,
I for a while I've been saying this ever since the rumors started coming around, and people are saying, "Well, Disney owns the world," and I'm like, I don't know about you, Caleb, but as a student of history, number of worse dictators to live under than Mickey Mouse. Haters go, I don't think Mickey would do that bad a job.
Yeah.
You can see Donald Duck being the commander of the Disney military. That would be interesting to see.
I just.
But I mean, oh my god, yeah, it is pretty insane. I heard the rumors for months. I was mostly positive toward it. Obviously, there are some concerns I've got, but we'll discuss it going forward. But I mean, I never thought I would see this day where, I mean, you know, Disney's on the fast track to owning the world now. So I mean, yeah, that's what's happening. That was my reaction, pretty much. But wow,
it's hilarious, because literally, I want to say a year and a half ago, probably, I'm watching a video from John Campea, and someone asked him, "Hey, do you ever think that we'll see Spider-Man and like a Wolverine in the MCU? I mean, are we ever going to see this?" And he said, "Nope, never going to happen. Fox will never give up the rights to X-Men and Fantastic Four. They'll never do that, and Sony will never give up Spider-Man. They'll just keep rebooting until they get it right." And I was like, you know what? He's probably right. It fucking sucks, but it is what it is. Marvel was bankrupt, and they didn't have characters, and then they've made it work. Well, oops. you told me 3-4 years ago, Paul. Hey, Caleb, in 3 years, Disney's gonna get the rights back to the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and they'll have a deal in place where they can use Spider-Man how they want from Sony. I would have told you, you're fucking crazy, bro. Like you're crazy, bro. Never. I think the only character that they can't use probably that is a Marvel character is Namor, because he's owned by Universal, I think. I want to say that's the only character that they cannot use in the entire Marvel universe is Namor, because he is technically still owned by Universal. And guess what? They'll probably go get it. They'll probably go get his ass too.
Oh, because I mean, technically they can't. I could be wrong with this. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, Spider-Man's not technically owned. If I was Marvel, I would go drop, like 4 or 5 million. 4 or 5 billion, and I would get him back, Paul, and say, "Here, Sony, here, there you go." Because, Paulie, if they had full control over Spider-Man movie, they will make that back in 4 or 5 Spider-Man movies, no problem, dude.
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man movies make almost $1 billion for every time, and you have it in the MCU. I mean, Spider-Man is the most popular Marvel character. Facts, it's just how it is. I mean, so it blows my mind. It blows my mind. And I don't even know. I mean, there's one particular character that I'm super, super excited for, and one storyline that I'm super duper excited for. And I will tell you about that. And I will tell you about those when we really get into it. Mm-hmm. It's one of the biggest Marvel storylines. I don't know if they would ever do it, but I would love to see it. But it's just amazing that this actually happened, And it's crazy because it's not just like.
And I think something happened with his volume, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can hear him very well, but right now I cannot.
Can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
Okay.
Your audio kind of faded out for a bit.
That was weird. No, I was saying, now, Paulie, do you realize that Disney now owns Hulu, Paulie?
They own the majority share of Hulu, yes.
Because they had 30% and Fox had 30%, Paulie. Mm-hmm. So now they own 60%. And how much do you need to own a company? 51%. Mm-hmm. So, oh my God, bro. It's just literally insanity, Paulie. So now they're going to have their own streaming service. I believe they own something else. And they're going to own Hulu, Paulie. What? Disney, man, it's just insane, Paul. Like literally, it just I don't even know. What do you think, Paul?
Well, let's stop talking about the parameters. Let's just jump right in. I mean, and let's get to the biggest story that we're usually known for. What does this deal mean for the future of the MCU? Simply put, it means the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, Deadpool, all these, Gambit, Galactus, Doctor Doom, all these iconic characters, the Skrulls, I think it is, they're all gonna, Marvel's got them back, so they can use them now. And I was talking to one of my coworkers at work who was saying, that they were hinting that could be the secret reveal at the end of Infinity War, where you see like Professor Xavier, or you hear Professor Xavier. It looks like it's time for us to jump in, and you see some claws shoot out. Like, let's go. Like, oh shit! I think it might be too late for them to do that, but
I would jizz in my pants, Paul, if that was the case. Jizz everywhere, like jizz all over you, everybody. But my god, nerdgasm, like oh my god. No. What would blow my mind, Paulie? Okay, and I'm just gonna throw this out right now. What would blow my mind, Paulie? At the end of Avengers 4, Paulie. Now, this is not the storyline that I'm talking about. But if they did this, because I think, look, I'm just gonna be honest with you. The villain that I'm most excited about is the Galactus, Paulie. He is bigger than the Thanos, Paulie. He is the Marvel baddie. He is the dark side of the Marvel universe, Paulie. I mean, he just is. I mean, he is the biggest one. He is the devourer of worlds, for God's sakes, okay? Devourer of worlds. Okay? If at the end of Avengers Infinity War, Paulie, it cuts to outer space, or it cuts to something, Paulie, and all you see is and you see the Silver Surfer. You see his board, and you see him serve out, and he goes up, and you see Galactus sitting in his chair, and you say, Thanos is gone. The universe is ours to control. Dog. But Paulie, I would scream in the theater.
I bet you would.
I would be like, oh my god, they're doing Galactus, Phase 4. It's like this no, like you don't even know about this. And trust me, I know Disney, I know Marvel would not make it a giant, cloud of purple dust. Okay, I already know.
No, they would not do that.
They're not gonna do that shit, bro. Because probably remember when I told you how they did Dormammu for Doctor Strange?
Yeah, you are fucking amped as hell.
Because he looked awesome, Paulie. That's how you do Galactus, Paulie. That's how you do Galactus, and he would look awesome. Like, he would look amazing. And I just, oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
How about this? We can finally get a good Fantastic Four movie. I mean, we've talked about how much they suck. I mean, the 051, it's tolerable, but, you shit completely on Rise of the Silver Surfer. And did any of us see Fan 4 stick?
It's so bad. Yeah, Fan 4 stick. I mean, you'll have amazing villains. You'll have Doctor Doom now, Paulie. You have, you have Galactus. You have, you have Magneto. I mean, all the X-Men villains. Apocalypse. We might actually get a good Apocalypse because I'm sorry, the Apocalypse that we got,
not too intimidating.
Mr. Sinister. I mean, so many good villains. I mean, the storyline, Paulie. Take a guess as to what the storyline is that you think that I want to see. It would be so complicated, but
there's only one I can think of, but it has to be Secret Wars.
Oh my god! Boom, Paulie. The other thing that I would love so fucking much if they did this, right? If you see at the end of the movie, they cut to somewhere, and you see, and the Beyonder just appears, Paulie. It says it's time for the Secret War, or something to that effect. Paulie, jizz all over the theater, bro. Like, oh my, I'm screaming in the theater, Paulie. There's so many things that they could do. I would lose my fucking mind, and that could be something, Paulie. What if they?
Speaking of,
well, what if they? That's how they introduce him in there, Paulie. What if the X-Men are from a different, universe, different dimension, and the Beyonder brings them over here, Paulie, as part of a Secret War storyline? Because, Paulie, how do you explain that the X-Men haven't been here the entire time? You just say, "Oh, now we're gonna come out." Oh, so when New York was getting destroyed, or all these other cities were getting destroyed, you were like, "Nah, we ain't do nothing. We just gonna hang out." I mean, that's the thing. I'm like, how are they gonna introduce these characters? Well, Secret Wars. They're literally in a different universe, and the Beyonder brings the dog, and you could have like Kang the Conqueror report.
That is a possibility. I think the more likely explanation is I think in Avengers 4, something is going to happen that is going to hit a reset button on everything that's been happening going on, which would allow the original Avengers cast to depart, but keep maybe a couple of the new characters like Spider-Man or Falcon or Winter Soldier and bring in the X-Men, something like that.
I'm hearing, Paulie. I'm hearing that they could possibly have Doctor Strange using the time gem. Like I said, like Kang the Conqueror, he's time traveling. He screwed something up in the past, and it completely retcons the entire MCU, Paulie. It retcons the X-Men into the MCU. It retcons the Fantastic Four into the MCU. Now, are you okay with that, Paul? Because it basically, it's basically, yeah, it is hitting the reset button. Are you okay with okay, we've seen all these movies, but now this one event is going to change everything? And for me, Paul, just real quick, fuck yeah, because it's the fucking X-Men and Fantastic Four. They are huge parts of the Marvel universe, Paulie. Huge parts.
Yeah.
People are saying, "Oh, it's gonna be too much." You got to have X-Men, Paulie. Wolverine is one of the most popular characters in Marvel. Period. End of story. I mean, they have so many villains, so many, characters that you could use. You don't have to use them all, Paulie, but you're gonna tell me that they're not gonna put Wolverine in the MCU? I don't believe it. I think they're going to, whether it's Hugh Jackman or not.
Well, speaking of Hugh Jackman, there was something I want to ask you. I brought this up on one of our previous shows, but you weren't here for it. I do remember a while back I was reading an article that's saying Hugh Jackman would consider reprising Wolverine if he got to appear in an MCU, he got to appear in an Avengers movie. Well, now he's got the chance. So, do you think he will do it, or do you still think he's done?
I think he does it, Paulie. Because I think he felt like, where else do we go now? We did Logan. We've done everything that we can with Wolverine. Well, Avengers. I mean, Avengers. Whether it's Avengers 4, which I don't think is going to happen, because I think that they've already shot Avengers 4. So I don't think that he's going to be in that unless it's post credit scene. But Avengers 5, Paulie, New Avengers. I mean, it could be called New Avengers, and could be led by Doctor Strange, Wolverine, Spider-Man. I mean, it's a possibility, because I think Captain America and I think Iron Man are both gonna go bye-bye after Avengers 4.
Oh, yeah, they're gone.
I really do, because I think that they're trying to usher in new people and kind of usher out other people, which what makes sense.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen, at either Infinity War, at the end of Infinity War, Avengers 4, Iron Man and Cap, maybe Hulk, dead, Black Widow.
We have to see it. I mean,
Thor, I think, will retire, maybe.
We have to see a Hulk versus Wolverine movie, though, Paul. Oh my god, bro. Again, nerdgasm, Paul. Nerdgasm.
Now,
huh?
To address the
But yeah, Paul. Let's go negative for a second, Paul. What do you think this has? What do you think this does for Deadpool, Paul? Disney loves their loves their good image. Deadpool does not fit the Disney.
This was my one concern about it. It's Disney.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd be tolerating Ryan Reynolds, profanity as a role. But Mike brought up an interesting point. Pulp Fiction is technically a Disney movie, as well as movies like The Crow. The Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects, yeah.
Those films technically are Disney movies. So I mean, and I was reading I did see a headline. I did see a headline that said Disney CEO Bob Iger. He has confirmed, or at least it sounded like he has confirmed, it's okay for Deadpool will stay rated R. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
And I remember on Monday when we were doing our show, I don't know if you saw this, but I remember like pleading, like Disney, if you are watching this, if this deal goes through, please keep Deadpool rated R in his movies. If you want to tone him down, so that he can show up in like larger films, okay, that's fine. But when he's off doing his own thing, let him be as crude and as vulgar as he wants. Please, that's all I ask.
I mean, Paul, I don't think that they're gonna touch Deadpool 2. They're not gonna touch any of the X-Men films that have already been shot because they're all coming out next year, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna release them and then they'll go from there. Because they've already been shot, Paul. There's nothing, they're not gonna throw them in the can, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
They've already been shot. Going forward, though, Paul, I'm okay if Deadpool, not the X-Men, if Deadpool has his own universe, Paul. I'm okay with that because I mean, God, it's the first Deadpool was so good, and I'm expecting huge things from Deadpool 2, Paul.
Oh yeah,
it's a totally different entity, Paul. All the other, like they can fit in the MCU, Paul, because they're not. But Deadpool does not fit in the MCU, Paul. Does not fit in the MCU whatsoever. I just don't think he does. I don't think he has a place in the happy-go-lucky, the we're gonna win. No, fucking Deadpool's dropping F-bombs and strip clubs. I mean, I just come on, Paul. It's not gonna.
There's a part of me that wanted to see Deadpool talk to Spider-Man. There's a part of me that just wanted to see that. Like, I want to see Deadpool fucking around with Spider-Man.
I mean, I'd love to see Deadpool fucking around with all the Avengers. Can you imagine Deadpool talking to Captain America, Paul?
Oh, the possibilities.
I mean, Mr. All-American boy, Mr. Goody Two Shoes talking to the raunchiest and dirtiest motherfucker in the world. I mean,
with Ryan Reynolds still doing, the possibilities are endless.
Oh, I would just love for him to walk up to Cap. What's up, motherfucker? Or, like, what's up, motherfucker? What's up? You want a fucking chimichanga?
And then Cap will just go, language.
Right. I mean, oh god. It was funny, Paul. Yeah, someone said, "Hey, so are they gonna have Cable and Thanos fight as like a joke because Josh Brolin is playing both characters?" I thought that was funny.
That'd be interesting.
But no, I think they're gonna scrap all the X-Men stuff and they're gonna start fresh, Paul. I think they're gonna start fresh. Maybe except for Hugh Jackman. I think you're gonna scrap it.
Here's the thing. You're probably right. But the thing is, there's a part of me that's kind of hoping they don't, and here's why. As much as I did not like X-Men Apocalypse, and I really didn't, I will admit I did enjoy, these young actors in these new roles. I did enjoy young Jean Grey, young Storm, young Cyclops. I enjoy these characters. I'm like, I'd really like to see more of them. And so I'm hoping that they somehow find a way to bring them into the MCU.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's just insanity. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do. I really don't. I mean, I don't know how they can just have all these characters in this one universe. It's gonna be hard, Paul.
Well, let's jump off to some other properties that Disney now owns as a result of this deal. They own movies such as Avatar, Alien, Home Alone, Wall Street, The Sound of Music. So, I mean, you think about some of those movies. So, technically, the Xenomorph Queen is now a Disney princess.
Yeah.
I don't know how that will work, but okay. Can you imagine that party, like the Xenomorph Queen and Ariel swimming around together, or the Xenomorph Queen and Tiana sipping bourbon-laced tea or something like that?
Can you imagine, like, if Avatar 2, 3, and 4 come out and they make even half of what the original Avatar made, probably. That's just even more money in fucking Disney's pocket. Because as much as I hate it, Avatar is the biggest, worldwide box office of all time. Probably it's the
Yep.
worldwide. I mean, just how it is. So I can imagine if they even make half of what it makes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just insanity. It's literally just insanity. I mean, I don't think that they're gonna touch any of those films. Like Home Alone's long dead. Wall Street's long dead. But still, Disney has them in their back pocket, probably.
No,
And
you're right. You're right.
no, no,
In addition, now, in addition that Disney now also owns some of Fox's biggest shows, such as Family Guy, This Is
that's
Us, MASH, The Simpsons, Gotham now. So I mean, Disney owns Batman in a sense.
Disney owns a Batman, property, I guess. Like,
Yeah, I guess I don't know how that's gonna work.
well, because
Disney also owns the X-Files now.
again, because
My parents would react to that.
people were saying, people were saying, Paulie, oh, if they just bought stock and they shut it down, then the rights go back to Warner Brothers. No, Fox still owns the license, and Disney bought Fox. They own Fox. So if they own Fox, then they own the license to Gotham, which is like,
Hey, Stan Lee's Batman, here we come.
I wonder what they're gonna do with that, Paulie. Could they move it to the streaming service? Could they move it to Hulu? I mean, what? I don't know.
Here's the thing that I'm wondering. What are they gonna do with Simpsons and Family Guy? I mean, you gotta think how raunchy Family Guy can be. How are they gonna handle that? I imagine Bob Iger and Seth MacFarlane are gonna have a long conversation.
Well, I mean, it's still very popular for us, so they might just leave it as is, and just say, keep doing your thing. Where just because Bob Iger is the just because he's basically God now. I mean, it is what it is, but it literally, Paul, it blows my mind that we're actually here. That Fox would. I mean, I'm just shocked that Fox is trying to sell, Paulie.
Well, remember, they didn't sell everything. They still got their hands on Fox News Channel. They still got all their Fox Sports Channel. So, I mean, they're not dead.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, and I understand that they want to, like, slim down, and
streamline themselves a bit.
I mean, look, I get it, but I can't believe it, Paul. I'm speechless.
Oh, we haven't even gotten to what could be the most landmark part of this. As a part of this deal, Disney now owns Star Wars Episode 4. That was the one film they did not get when they bought Lucasfilm, because Fox owned the rights to it. Now Disney owns all now Disney owns all the Star Wars movies. You know what that means, right? I don't know if it's going to be official, but you do know what that means they can do, right?
Can they re-release on Blu-ray the untouched, unedited original copies? But you know what, boy? That's a big deal, because if you bought Lucasfilm and you didn't own Episode 4, that's a big deal, Paul. Mm-hmm. Now that they do, we could get an original trilogy. Because I'm not buying the prequels again, Paul. I better get an original, unedited, Han shot first, no Force Ghosts at the end, the original movies that were perfect, that didn't even need to be touched. Sure. Again, I don't want this to go on as a Star Wars rant, but it's just still.
Well, I wouldn't mind if they re-release the 1994, 1995 VHS releases with the updated.
On Blu-ray with a shit ton of. With a shit ton of special features, Paul.
Oh, yeah. Special features are a given.
Like, special features have to happen, Paul.
If they did that, and I've said this, here's what I would do. I would take that box set of the original trilogy. I would take those discs out. I would put them in that box set I got over there that has the first 6 movies, I would take out the special edition and put the original ones in there.
Yeah, because we need. Because look, it's not the end of the world, but every time I see like episode 4, episode 6, because those two have the most glaring ones, probably. Episode 4 when Han shoots first, when Greedo shoots first,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the end of episode 6 when he throws the Emperor down and he screams no.
Yeah, that could have been handled a little bit better.
Unnecessary, totally unnecessary. But anyway, like I just, I just, it's crazy. If what are we gonna hear next? Like Disney goes to WB and says, "Hey, we'll give you 70, 80 million if you want to sell."
I mean, billion.
So can give us all the fucking DC characters, and we'll do something with those too. Like, I mean, is what we're going here, Paulie?
Avengers versus Justice League. every nerd's wet dream right there.
Now, if we're being fair,
yeah,
kill the Avengers. Like, if we're being fair, but still,
yeah, Superman alone would kill them.
Well, yeah, Superman and Flash, it wouldn't even be a contest. But still, I mean, is that what we're going for? I mean, are we going to hear something about? Oh, now they're going to Universal. Now they're going here. I mean,
pretty much.
I mean, don't understand.
That's what's going to happen. And soon, now it's not just entertainment. Soon Disney is going to buy other products. Soon Disney's going to buy Walmart. Soon they're going to buy Rite Aid. Soon they're going to buy McDonald's. I mean, Mickey Mouse is our new dictator. Okay, he's dictator of the world.
I think the world would explode. I literally think the world would explode if they bought Walmart, because that would be the 2 biggest enterprises. Because Walmart is the biggest retail enterprise in the world.
Yep.
Obviously.
Yep.
And Disney is the biggest entertainment enterprise in the world. Colliding and joint, bro. Oh my God. That would be, Paulie. That would be like in their prime, the Beatles, as in Disney, joining forces with the Rolling Stones, Paulie.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I can handle that. I just don't know if I can handle that. I honestly don't know if I can handle that. That would literally just blow my mind. But
soon Disney is going to launch their own cellular plan, a smartphone with Mickey Mouse's ears on them.
You have a phone call.
Or you have Google. Oh, you just got a text. Can you imagine that? Oh, all right. So now that it's official, Disney's bought Fox.
What?
Yep.
It's literally insanity. Like, this is crazy. Look, I mean, I'm happy, but I really have to digest it and think about it.
Yeah.
And just how they're gonna do. I would love to see an announcement. I mean, hopefully, maybe 4, 5, 6 months from now, we get a face. Like how they had that big presentation at the El Capitan, Paulie. I'd love to see them after 4, 5, 6 months, because that when Marvel announces a movie, they actually stick to it.
Yeah.
They actually release the fucking movie, unlike, I don't know, WB. But,
I imagine there will be some kind of announcement in next year's D23 Expo. And then that would have to be okay, here's what we got planned for all this.
Like a Comic-Con or like a D23. Something's gonna happen. I mean,
so
because what's funny, Paulie? You know how WB's thing was always, well, we have all our characters. We can do. Look, Marvel pretty much has all their characters back, Paulie.
Pretty much.
Because they can use Spider-Man, and like I said, nobody gives a shit about Namor, so who cares? And if they wanted to, they could go get him too. So now they have all their ducks in a row. They have all their characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just insane, Paul. It's literally it's just pure insanity.
You're right. So as we wrap this up, I want to ask you, what are some of your expectations going forward now that this deal has become official? What are you expecting? What are you hoping Disney will do with these new properties, specifically now that they've got back the X-Men, they've got the Fantastic Four, they got Deadpool, because, you know, how big superhero junkies we are. What do you expect them to do with these properties?
Well, I expect Kevin Feige to really put an emphasis on the Fantastic Four part.
Hmm.
I expect them to give us a good Fantastic Four movie part. I expect that to be a high priority on Kevin Feige's list, but because we haven't got a good one. I'm sorry, there's really been four, but like three actual like ones that I would count, and they've all been fucking garbage, and they've all been terrible. So I think because the Fantastic Four is Marvel's flagship, like team, but before the Avengers, it was the Fantastic Four. That's what when Stan Lee created them, that was Marvel's flagship comic for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I that's what I expect, and I expect them, and I expect the new big bad after Thanos to be Galactus. I expect them to say, okay, we had two really big bads. We're using Thanos now. Now we have control, and we can use Galactus. That's what I expect. I expect them to use Galactus as the next big bad, and I think that's where they should go, because I think they're going to go more cosmic with like Captain Marvel coming soon. I think that they're going to have to go more cosmic, and you really don't get any more cosmic than Galactus. So, yeah, but what about you, Paul? Like, what do you expect? What do you want to see? What do you think you're going to see?
Well, I'm hoping that, Bob Eagle issues, for the most part, they'll let, Ryan Reynolds do his thing with Deadpool. I mean, if they want to tone him down for like larger ensemble movies where he joins up with other characters, okay, fine. But when he's doing his own thing, let him be as vulgar as he wants. I want that to happen. Fantastic Four, yeah, you got to give us a good movie, Kevin Feige. You need to give us a good fucking movie. I mean, the 05 one, it's tolerable at best, but the other two have just been atrocious. So you got to get in on that. X-Men, like I said, I'm expecting that they will show up at some point. They will show up in an Avengers movie. I don't know if it's going to be with the current cast as they reboot the whole thing. There's a part of me that's hoping I'd like to, give them the keep these new actors around, let them see what they can do. The big thing I want to see, and I mentioned this one of the last things. Now that Disney, now that you own Episode 4, you better get your ass in gear and give us an unaltered original trilogy release. No more bullshitting around it. No more delaying it. Get it fucking done now.
I didn't even realize. Oh, geez, I didn't even realize that Disney didn't own Episode 4. Yeah. I didn't even realize that. I had no idea.
Well, now they do.
Yeah, now they do, so that they can do that. What's crazy to me, to be honest with you, real quick, Paul, I wanted to ask this question before we get on here. Remember, after America's Civil War,
yeah,
there was rumors that there was a script with Spider-Man
and without Spider-Man. Yeah.
Do you think that there's, because I know that they've already shot Avengers 4, or they've shot most of it. Mm-hmm. Is there a script with X-Men and without X-Men in it? Or maybe just a post-credit scene with X-Men and without X-Men?
That would not surprise me. And you know what wouldn't surprise me? This would not stun me one bit, since they still got like 4.5 months to make this happen. I would not be surprised if they changed the end credit scene of Infinity War and they brought in James McAvoy to just say a couple words, saying, well, X-Men, team, looks like it's time for us to get involved.
Oh my God.
And you just get like glimpses of like Storm and Cyclops, and that would not stun me one bit. I mean, I would fucking love it. I don't see it happening, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's what we got. Because, I mean, you know, Marvel's got their shit in fact. And now that they have this property, what better way to make that announcement?
I mean, I can't. That would be literally insane, probably, if they actually did that. Or, probably, can you imagine they have a scene where after Avengers, maybe they're like in a bar or something, and they're saying, and then this guy walks by him, and you know, and he bumps into, like Bruce Banner, probably, and he says, "Hey, watch it," and then the guy talks around. The guy turns around. Are you talking to me, bub? Just, what? What?
That wouldn't stun me either.
That would be awesome. That would be amazing if they did that. If they actually did something like that, like, dog. Oh my God. What's the possibility? Like,
yes, folks, the possibilities are indeed endless.
But I'm happy and I'm reserved because, to be honest, Fox hasn't done a bad job with X-Men.
No, they haven't.
Like, they screwed Fantastic Four and fucked up Spider-Man. Like, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 was. So I was so happy when he was, you know, coming home to Marvel.
Yeah.
And everything. But Fox, to be honest, really hasn't done that bad of a job with.
No, they haven't. I mean,
X-Men.
Apocalypse was not good. X3 wasn't all that good, but I mean.
Well, I would say they've had two really bad stinkers. X3 and X-Men Origins Wolverine. Those were stinky. Doo-doo. Just bad. X-Men Apocalypse wasn't terrible. It wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't terrible.
No, you're right. It wasn't terrible.
So that's why I'm not like, oh, you know, oh yeah, oh my God, yeah, they're coming. I mean, like, I'm happy, but it's like, and it's totally different, Paul, because they're not just on rental from Fox. They are Disney properties now.
Yeah.
Like, they are literally coming home.
Yep.
It's not like with like Spider-Man where it's a deal in place. You know, like Sony still owns the rights. No. Disney owns the X-Men. Marvel owns the X-Men. They have it's just.
Yep.
That literally just blows my mind. Like, it's craziness.
Indeed. The possibilities for what can happen in the future, folks, are indeed limitless. I guess all we can do is just wait and see what happens. But one thing is certain, guys.
Don't underestimate Disney.
No, never underestimate Disney. Never. I think we are in for an interesting time in entertainment, folks. So that is gonna wrap up our special. So Caleb, I know it's just the two of us, but you know what? Nothing wrong with that. Thank you so much for being here with me.
Oh, thank you, but I'm glad we're doing this podcast. It's a good day to be a Marvel fan. So.
Yes, indeed, or bad, depending on your point of view. I'm not really know. Some people aren't fond of the MCU, but we will see you on Monday for our last show of the year, which is a discussion of Star Wars: The Last Jedi. We hope you'll join us for that. So see you then. Until then, have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye.